Alright, calm down a little because it's tech news time. Hello everyone and welcome to Newston. I'm host Haris and today we got some juicy news. Let's get started. Hold up, this is real? Corsair just launched the first ever gaming monitor called the Xeneon. Kinda weird. Corsair just launched their first ever monitor called the Xeneon 32QHD165, which highlights most of the specs: 32-inch QHD resolution and 165Hz refresh rate. But before we get to the specs, Corsair has made it clear that this monitor is really for hardcore fans, as they got a lot of integration to their own products, including Elgato, which they now own. They lean into the IQ ecosystem to make a smoother experience with the Corsair branded peripherals. Other than that, this monitor is a 32-inch quantum dot IPS with 16:9 aspect ratio and 120Hz refresh rate. Not only that, it also got Nvidia's G-Sync and AMD's FreeSync with 100% coverage of the sRGB color space, and not to mention VESA HDR 400. For the ports, 2 HDMI 2.0, 2 USB-A, a single display port, and just 1 USB-C with power delivery. And you can get all of this for the big price tag of $800. Wow! But if you're a Corsair fan, let's go! Speaking of cool stuff, the brand new Sharp Aquos 06 has an insane screen and is one of the latest 5G phones yet. Sharp just unveiled the Aquos 06, a smartphone with a 240Hz refresh rate screen, and that's not even its biggest achievement. Instead, Sharp claims that this is the lightest 5G phone in the world, which is a lie. Like, technically it is the lightest for a 6-inch phone with a 4000 mAh battery, but just to compare the iPhone 12 mini, which has 5G, way even lighter than this. Back to the screen, it's a 6.4-inch 1080p IGZO OLED panel with 240Hz refresh rate and 10-bit color. There's also an under-display fingerprint scanner and protected by Gorilla Glass Victus. The new Snapdragon 750G chipset is also inside and equipped with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, but it does have a microSD slot and IP68. Lastly, for the cameras, there's a main 48MP sensor, 8MP telephoto, 8MP ultrawide, and a TOF sensor. Pretty sick, and this is sick too, as apparently the iPhone 13 Pro Max supports up to 27W fast charging, while the Pro goes up to 23W. Nice. Even though Apple didn't say anything about it, the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max got an upgraded charging this year. According to Charger Lab, the iPhone 13 Pro Max can go up to 27W, while the standard Pro peaks at 23W. This means that with the appropriate 30W USB power delivery charger, the Pro Max can charge at 27W for a while before temperature constraints lead to throttling, and same with the 23W for the normal Pro. And that's not the only surprise, as the iPhone 13 Pro Max received the DisplayMate Best Smartphone Display Award. Wow, congrats! DisplayMate just examined the new display on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and the findings were nothing but positive. In fact, it earned the DisplayMate Best Smartphone Display Award alongside with an A+ grade, sitting with the other 12 phones. They claimed that the phone were able to display super accurate color and contrast, with really good brightness for HDR. Okay, ready up, speed round! Speaking of speed, the long-rumored Noctua RTX 3070 just appeared on Asus Facebook page, but of course it's quickly removed. As we know, there have been rumors that Asus partnered with Noctua, the maker of the very quiet PC fans, and this custom Nvidia RTX 3070 graphics card looks like you expected, very Noctua, with the classic beige and brown. This leak was spotted on the Asus ROG Vietnam Facebook page, with some pictures and a price tag of about $1,100. Oh my god, just like this one, as xCloud gaming services just launched in Australia, Brazil, Mexico, and Japan, which Microsoft xCloud is now available in 26 countries. Cool. Microsoft is launching their Xbox Cloud Gaming in previously said countries. Until now, they have been testing streaming Xbox Game Pass Ultimate games in these markets over the past months, but now it's ready to expand the reach of the xCloud technology. So if you live there, enjoy it. Speaking of enjoyment, this is not, as Genshin Impact developers finally respond to fan frustration following review bombs. What? The dev, aka MiHoYo, says it's been paying close attention to the recent backlash surrounding the game's anniversary event, with more celebration planned, which they said that fan feedbacks are really valuable to them to continue making the game better. Well, I guess the Play Store is now full of 1-star reviews about Genshin. Thanks. Speaking of weird, Google is apparently the most searched word on Bing. What? Google has said that the word Google is the top entry for their competitor search engine, Bing, which the claim was made in court, as Google made a case to appeal against a $5 billion fine from the EU for abusing its market power. For info, the EU accused Google of using Android success to make Google the default search engine, but they pulled a Uno reverse card and said that just that popular. Speaking of popular, Facebook is now adding Reels, taking the TikTok cloning one step Further, the popular Facebook app of never-ending quest to copy their competitors' features has reached a new high today with the launch of Reels. And yes, that's the same feature on Instagram, so you can now view Reels in Facebook too. But if you're interested, it's now only available for the US on both Android and iOS. So if you're American, have fun, I guess. You good man, that's a lot of news, right? Well, if you want more, come back next Monday for more juicy tech news like this one because I'm taking a week break, so subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Alright, peace.